Hey guys and girls, we're back with Apollo Justice. We're taking a look at Apollo Justice's last case before he went and left us. Apparently, a demon has been reborn or revived. I'm not believing it. I'm thinking maybe that guy did it to make it seem like the demon killed the people, but he really killed them, because he did kill them. And yeah, I guess I ought to go meet my new client. We're gonna go represent Jinxie's father, who they're pinning it on. So yeah, seems interesting. It's about to get justice up in here. But before I forget, better jot this down in my notebook. Hey Apollo, what's the notebook for? Oh, I just thought I should jot down some stuff about the case, and so I don't misplace them. I'm putting my notes in the court records. I guess it's what you would call a to-do list. Oh, sounds handy. To read my notes, I just open the court records. Yeah, you're explaining it to me, I know. Okay. I almost forgot. So about Jinxie's father. No matter how scary he seems, promise me you'll resist the urge to run away. Wait, what? His angry glare can paralyze you with fear. Some claim he can even shoot laser beams from his eyes. Well, maybe Papa isn't really that scary. A paralyzing stare, laser beams from his eyes. He sounds like some kind of monster. I think it's about time I see Jinxie off. I'll head back to the office after I'm done. Okay, thanks. Move. Let's go to the detention center so we can go meet our client. April 17th, detention center. Visitors room. Visiting hours. Perfect timing. Hope he's not as scary as he sounds. He looks super scary. Who are you? Yikes! So you're Damien Tenma, right? I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. I'm here to help. Huh? No, that's Apollo. Let me out of here. Sorry, I get a little loud sometimes. How incredibly rude. Sorry, did I do something to offend you? A visitor when all others shun me like a common criminal. And here I am with nothing to offer. I'm the epitome of rude. He's calling himself rude. Wait, so he wasn't mad at me? Unworthy as I am, I, Damien Tenma, shall breach these walls, so that I may treat my benefactor to some tea, and maybe some cookies, too. No, wait. We can do tea and cookies after we prove your innocence. How about you start by telling me what happened? I see. So tea and cookies can wait, can they? Phew, that was close. We don't need jailbreak added to the list of charges. Seems like a good guy, but with a face like that, I can see why he's misunderstood. Alright. Let's see the reason for arrest. Mayor Tenma, do you mind if I ask why you were arrested? Wow! Sorry, I guess some things are better left unsaid. But excuse me? To think a public paragon such as I could be treated like this. This arrest should have never happened. Go on. I fear the ill effect it will have on our youth. Now I've but one choice. I must leave here at once, if only to protect the moral fiber of our youth. No, wait. You can protect the moral fiber of your youth after you've been declared not guilty. I suppose you're right. Phew. Our youth just came this close to quite a scare. My fingerprints were on the spear that killed Alderman Kyubi. That's why I was arrested. Your prints were on the murder weapon. That's never good. Any idea how they got there? None. for I hardly remember a thing, you see. I was fast asleep at the time. Someone must have slipped me a sleeping pill or something. What's worse, somebody clobbered me on the head. I see. A drug-induced slumber and a blow to the head. No wonder you hardly remember a thing. Oh. Huh? Was that some kind of strange laugh? Well, I think we can safely assume your prints were planted while you were unconscious. Alright, a motive. What do the police have on you as far as a motive is concerned? Truth be told, there's been a bit of trouble between the alderman and I as of late. Oh? Was it personal in nature? Nothing like that. It's a long story. But suffice to say, I've been pushing to merge Ninetales Vale with Tenma Town. Surrender Ninetales Vale to Tenma Town now! Yikes! That's what I told him. I'd like to tell you to stop shouting like that, but I'm too scared. So, that's the motive the police have established for the alderman's murder. Indeed it is. After all, Alderman Kyubi was dead set against a municipal merger. And that's why they think you killed him. He was in your way. Rah! Curses! Mayor Tenma, are you okay? Jinxie, forgive me. I never meant to worry you like this. It'll work out fine. Just leave it to me. If it really was that easy. I don't even know where to start. Thank you for meeting with me, Mayor Tenma. Please, wait. My daughter. Jinxie. Please, wait. My daughter, Jinxie. Yeah? She already lost her mother. And now with me being held in here, I fear she'll be terribly lonely. I hesitate to ask, but I beg you, be a friend to her in her time of need. Leave it to me. Chusi and I will look out for your daughter. I shall rest a little easier then. You know, you remind me of some of the new friends Jinxie has been talking about. New friends? Yes. It seems she's made some new friends since she started working in Ninetales Vale. They're quite the unusual bunch, too. There's a lady with an exceptionally long neck. A young lad with an incredibly long tongue and many other interesting characters. Friends? Sounds more like a bunch of monsters to me. Now if you would excuse me, it appears my time is up. Phew. Why am I so tired? I must have been more tense than I thought. Still, I'm glad he didn't turn out to be as scary as he looks. A call? Oh, it's Mr. Wright. Justice here. Apollo, is that you? Hi, Mr. Wright. What can I do for you? Trucy told me you've taken on a new case. Oh, that. It was kind of spur of the moment. He's actually calling me about a case? That's fine, but I have a favor to ask. Sure, what is it? I'm at the airport right now. There was someone I had to meet. A new addition to the agency, actually. Her name's Athena Sykes, and she just passed the bar. That's right, I remember hearing about her coming to join us. Guess that was today. She took off as soon as I told her you needed help with the case. It was like there was no stopping her. Wait, what? Where is she now? Probably somewhere in Ninetales Vale by now. That's where that favor I mentioned comes in. I need you to go find her. But I've never even met her before. What does she look like? She'll be the girl in the yellow suit, sporting an attorney's badge. Okay, I'll find her. A new addition to the agency. Well, I'd better get back to Ninetales Vale quick. Alright, so let's go meet Athena. Is it Yokai Lane? Ninetales Vale. Yokai Lane. I already told you I'm a lawyer assigned to the case. I need to study the crime scene, so if you would please tell me where QB Manor is. You can't fool me. You're just some delinquent high school student playing hooky. You stupid, pig-headed... This attorney's badge isn't just for show, you know. Looks like I just found Miss Athena Sykes. Tis, why don't you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you in court if you ever get arrested. Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school? I already told you I'm a lawyer, not a student. That's it. Enough of your lies. You're coming with me. Ah! Nah, get your hands off of me! Damn! Oh! Apollo. Poor Apollo. Think you can watch out for the bystanders next time? Whoops! Are you okay? I think so, but that police officer's out cold. I'm so sorry. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something. Reflex? Sounds more like a felony. You're Athena Sykes, I take it. That would be me. And you are? I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Wright Anything Agency. The Wright Anything Agency? What a fishy-sounding name. It's a long story, but it is a law office, among other things. Didn't Mr. Wright explain it to you? Oh, right. That right. So then you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. I could say the same thing to you. Well, here I am. Now, how about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much, as always. Of course. Feel free to ask away. Alright, let's learn a little bit about Athena. So, Athena, I hear you just passed the bar. That's right. And here's my shiny new badge to prove it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, so you must be a bit younger than me. A bit more than you might think, in fact. I'm only 18. 18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age? I skipped a few grades while I was an exchange student in Europe. And I got my license to practice law while I was over there. All I can say is, wow, she must be a genius or something. I also studied analytical psychology. Thought it might help me be a better lawyer. Psychology helps her be a better lawyer? How exactly does that work? Alright, the client. So, tell me about our client. What are they like? Oh, right, you haven't met him yet. Well, he's big, broody, and kind of a softie. And that about sums it up. He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father. Wait, are you crying? I'm not crying. There was something in my eye. They're called tears. Moving right along, let's get down to business. Helping our client is priority number 1. Psychology. So, Athena, you mentioned studying psychology? That's right. I've always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. The power of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air to the legal system. Oh, really? So how do you plan on using it to defend our client? Well, for example, I can try to listen in on a witness's inner voice, and then analyze their psychological state with the help of my trusty partner, Widget. Widget? This device around my neck here. Say hi, Widget. Hi, Widget. It talks? Whoa, you need a volume knob. Anyway, the little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Now that, I seriously doubt. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. I got it on my way here. Think it might have something to do with our case? A special edition covering our case. That was quick. That's the whole point of special edition, isn't it? To be the first to get the scoop? Rapido. Right. Well, let's see what it says here. What's the deal with the Spanish? Tenma Taro was seen... What? He was seen flying through the sky? Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetales Vale. The article goes on to say it might be connected to our case. Apparently that photo was shot right after the murder occurred. Well, there were black feathers and strange tracks at the crime scene. I'm not surprised the locals think a yokai was involved. Wait a second. Yokai as in one of those Japanese monsters? Mein Gott! You don't actually think it was a supernatural murder, do you? No, of course not. Now German? Why not plain old English? She's very versatile. Andal, Apollo! Let's get cracking on that crime scene already. Alright, did I learn everything? No, the investigation. Okay, what's next on the list? Investigating the crime scene, what else? Well, what are we waiting for? Last one there is a rotten egg. We don't have to run all the way there. Okay, then how about speed walking? Why does this have to be a competition at all? Apollo's having a little trouble keeping up with this chick, that's for sure. Alright, let's head to the manor garden. No, we gotta go here, the manor foyer. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look. There's a TV in that little room in the corner. In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the amazing Ninetales, has been confirmed missing according to sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event held in Ninetales Vale today. He also failed to appear at a match today where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected with Tenma Taro's recent escape. So that wrestler has gone missing. Hey, you two! You don't belong in here! Eek! Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious. What about them there horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me. Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers, and we're here to... Ah, you're them lawyers come to defend Mayor Tenma, ain't ya? Shoulda reckoned. What with that expensive-looking bracelet you got there? The name's Phineas Filch. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet you. Same here. Wow, talk about a quick change of heart. So tell me, demon lawyer. Bet you use them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you little horn demon, you. Youch! These horns are... I mean, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone. They ain't. Seems a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so... That was fast. Guess he's done with me. Well, I'd best get back to work.
Hold it!
Halt! Stop right there! Huh? Me? Apollo, your bracelet's gone. Yeah, I've seen that thing flash up. Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later. It's clearly on his wrist. Somehow I don't think that will be necessary. Just check your wrist right now. The cat's out of the bag. It was barely in the bag in the first place. That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Look at his face. He's still not sorry. Sheesh. I almost feel sorry for him now. What should we do about him, Apollo? Well, I got my bracelet back, and he seems sorry enough, so... I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as the wad of cash in your wallet. I hope. You leave my wallet out of this. Oh. Hey, didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us? Run away, head for the hills. Get back here, you. Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's of the crime scene. And here's one of the foyer. He left his shoes behind, too. The guy's the living definition of a bumbling thief. Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time when we see him. As for the diagram, I say we keep them. They look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Crime scene diagram. Foyer diagram. Now then, as I recall, the Fox chamber should be at the top of those stairs. Okay. April 17th, QB Manor, Fox Chamber. Whoa! Where'd all these black feathers and weird tracks come from? The popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenmataro. You mean the great evil has returned? Even if it did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him. Hey, who are you? And what are you doing here? This is a crime scene. Oh, who's this guy? And who are you? Are you with the police? I asked first, who are you? And what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Ack, under arrest, but, save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch. Please, wait. We're Mayor Tenma's lawyers. Well, why didn't you say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though. I don't know how many more times I can take being caught suspicious in one day. Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust. Oh boy. This guy's a story and a half. So, what can I do for you? So, would it be okay if we had a look around? Certainly not! No unauthorized personnel allowed. Couldn't you make an exception? Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here. Ack, yikes. Is he reaching for his... In justice we trust! Phew, it's just his badge. You may be Mayor Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross the police line. Apollo, let's see if we can change his mind. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. I bet he's as dense as heroes come. Persuasion. Let's do it. You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice, keeping injustice that would be you at bay. I know it. Look, there's just us and you here, right? Justice and me, you say? That's right. Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out? What? No, silly. We're saying that you're an inspiration in our quest for justice. No, it can't be. You have him on the ropes now, Athena. If we were on the side of justice, would you let us through? But guarding the crime scene is a part of justice too. Sure, but only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right? Ah! Whose justice is the most just here? Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so... Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do? I think we really got to him. Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go. Our pleas for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around. After all that about authorized personnel only, this is surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just? Well, let's get to work. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime, right? Typo? We're supposed to begin finding clues related to the crime, right? Right. A search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence we can use at the trial. Let's try reviewing the crime scene from different angles. You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? Wait, but how do we go about changing our perspective? Touch the arrows on the bottom screen or press left or right on the numpad. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap. Okay, let's leave no stone unturned. Nos allons commencer. Let's get started. Alright, examine. Okay, so I can do that, which is pretty cool. What do we got? What do we got? Examine. So this is where Alderman Kyuubi's body was found. Apparently, the murder weapon, a spear, had Mayor Tenma's prints on it. That's not good. Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here. Yikes. Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... in the name of justice, I must say goodbye. What was that all about? Alright, let's check out this guy's seat as well. Examine. Wow, this is a pricey looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. Really? Yeah, and when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakenings. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about. That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Apollo, it's up to us to save him. It's like she's on her own emotional roller coaster. What else do we got around here? Look, this statue only has one tail. Maybe it's the nine-tailed fox's sidekick. I bet the number of tails represents a yokai's power. So if you had two, Apollo, I'd only have one. Wait, what? Not that it means you're better than me, got it? Like I said, what? Alright, what's up here? This one's a spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers. Looks like something a demon might use. Saw something like that in a manga once. Really? What are they used for? Oh, things like pinching through cheeks. Ew! Pulling out tongues. Stop, stop! Oh, and you should see what they can do to a person's eyes. Okay, I get the idea, but I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that. Demons eat canned food? I always wondered what they ate besides people. Oh, Apollo. Oh, what the hell's that? Shining. What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Tenmataro battling it out. Eat careful, Apollo. It's got blood on it. Really? Hey, you're right. Wonder if it's the alderman's blood. How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood? Well, this isn't the first I've seen something like this, so... You're no fun at all. These act surprised or grossed out or something. For my first case, I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor too? Well, it is the Wright anything agency. I mean, he could be anything. Those are all his wrestling stuff. Look, trophies. Oh, this one was awarded to Alderman Kyubi. The Amazing Nine Tails, Yokai Division winner. Tenma-town Pro Wrestling Tournament. Yokai Division. I didn't know you could have a division of one. Apollo, you should enter the tournament next time. And I have the perfect name for you. The Mysterious Firebrand. A mild-mannered masked lawyer by day, demonic masked wrestler by night. No one's going to hire a masked lawyer, Athena. I don't know. That sounded cool. Doesn't this Tanuki statue remind you of the manor's caretaker, Phineas Filch? This raccoon-looking thing? Yeah, it does look like him. Oh, I just got the best idea. We should knock it over. It might transform back into Mr. Filch. Mr. Filch is mischievous, but he's not magical, you know. Way to waste a brilliant idea, Apollo. Got the seals up here. Apollo, what words come to mind when you watch that pendulum in there? Unsteady and, restless. That's a direct representation of your current state of mind. Wait, that was some kind of psychological test? My diagnosis? This strange case has made you anxious, causing you to lose your cool. You're actually not that far off the mark. Alright. What are these? Look, a cat with two tails. No such thing. Oh, and this lady has a really long neck. How funny is that? There's no way a creature like that could ever exist. She'd have a tough time swallowing. Apollo, I bet you were one of those kids who didn't believe in Santa Claus. What's that got to do with anything? He probably was. What's this? Oh, no. We looked at this. Alright, I think... Well, the window we didn't look at. Hey, this window's open. This window opens. Yep. And outside, we have ourselves a steep cliff. The window only opens about 6 inches. Not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo, there's something caught in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. It must be from some kind of an animal. Wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman Kyubi have a pet fox? Golden fur. Okay. What else do we got in here? Wait. I think I've seen something behind the door. There's something behind the door. Oh, someone smashed the other Tanuki. Whatever it is, looks like it's broken. Probably broke when the door was open. Why would anybody put something there? Yeah, that wasn't very smart. Maybe it was Jinxie. She was the first one to discover the body. She must have heard the screams and came running in here in a panic. Well, look at you, Apollo. Now you're using analytical psychology, too. I am? Wow, you really learned quick. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You're the ace attorney of Wright Anything Agency. I can't tell whether she's serious or not. Now, if Trucy said something like that, I'd immediately know she was messing with me. This thing is interesting. Examine it. It's a folding screen. I wonder what they were using it for. I read that the Japanese used to use these in drafty rooms, but now they're just for show. You mean like my attorney's badge? Poor Athena. That cop treating her like a child must have really bothered her. Yep, I'm sure it did. We didn't examine the door yet, so let's do that. The Forbidden Chamber. They say the demon Tenmataro was imprisoned in there before his escape. Think we could get this door open? It's worth a try. No good. It's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. In justice we trust. Yikes! Did I just hear the voices of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. We've tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either. So an unopenable door, right. According to Miss Jinxie Tenma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene. Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful. Forget I just said that. So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Sounds like something I'd better keep in mind. Okay. I think we might be done in here. Oh, wait. I got something here. There's something wedged under this chair. Let's see if we can't lift it up and... Freeze! Yikes! No disturbing crime scene evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyers. He does have a point there. Hey, Detective Fulbright. Did you hear about that attack over on Yokai Lane? I hear an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth. And you waited till now to tell me? I better get over there at once. I'm in justice we trust. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more. The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weaknesses. Alright, let's get this. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large blood-stained cloth. The blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got here. And why does this seem important? No idea, but I think we're done here. Guess that about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get that detective to tell us what he knows. Hey, Apollo. Do you hear something? I don't hear anything. Oh, right. Your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine. What are you talking about? A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the echo of someone's voice in justice we trust! Ah! Someone's got a sharp set of ears. That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air ducts. I heard it through the air ducts? Yeah, check it out. But why would she hear you through there? Why don't we go to the diagram? As you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads out into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears. And what a unique monologue it was. Heh, this dude's weirder than Gumshoe. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through the air duct or something. A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into, that much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. I highly doubt that there's any way to get up there without a ladder or something. And I don't see any of the sort in this room, do you? I guess you're right. Speaking of things in this room... Yeah? Can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy. In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. Ah, come on. Throw us a bone here.
Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need.
Yerk! I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of enemy hands is also a form of justice. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard?
Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? You know, like the police motto? To serve and protect. I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto.
Yes, of course. I must serve and well as protect. I will share information in the name of justice.
We did it, Apollo. Yeah, we did it, alright. But I'm not sure that was entirely ethical.
Alright, we got some information. The details of the case. Was it Miss Jinxie Tenma who first discovered the crime scene? That's right, and this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key, allowing her immediate access. A key. So then, the Fox chamber was locked. Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door.
Really? So Alderman QB didn't have a key to the Fox chamber?
Actually, he had a master key for most of the doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder.
Disappeared? You think the killer took it?
It could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now. But it's the timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you. Ha ha ha.
You think you're some kind of champion of justice, but you're just plain old mean.
I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls.
Shameless rascal? Who even says that? Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either.
Crime photo added. Alright. Oops. Alright, feathers and tracks.
Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind.
You don't actually think the murderer was some sort of monster, do you?
What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looks like that creature did it.
Our prime suspect would not doubt love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature.
Can Tenma whatchamacallit even be made a victim of slander? I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman. So the most likely scenario so far is that Tenma guy left the feathers and tracks behind to make it look like Yokai Tenma was the killer. Wait, what? Now I'm as confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma could plant evidence like that. Would plant evidence like that. Alright, suspects. So, Mayor Tenma is your only suspect?
That's right. Even his name, Damien Tenma, makes him sound like a villain. And he's really scary looking, too.
Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested?
Haha, don't be ridiculous. He was the only one without an alibi.
Oh, is that so?
Yep. Other than the victim, the suspect, and Miss Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time.
Filch. The guy who tried to steal my bracelet, just living up to his name, I guess. We should go talk to him again, when we have a chance. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all?
She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. It's unfathomable that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear?
True enough, that spear looks even bigger than her.
That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Damien Tenma appears to be the most likely suspect.
I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it.
Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor.
The prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tenma's trial?
That's the one. He's, how shall I put it, not what you'd expect. That is, unless you faced a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before.
What the? Is this some kind of joke?
Oh.
The prosecution. From what I'm told, this guy is supposed to be our Edgeworth, I think, of this game. I think. I'm not sure. He's supposed to be some pretty hardcore type of prosecutor, from what I've seen. Alright, let's ask about the prosecution. Can I ask why a man in prison for murder is serving as prosecutor?
Because he's mastered the use of psychology in courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature. But yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're baloney. Who better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job.
But he's a convicted murderer. No matter how you look at it, that's just insane.
Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in a position to question the matter.
This really is the dark age of the law. This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Black Quill, would he?
Bingo! Simon Blackquill. So you have heard of him?
You could say that. What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Prosecutor Blackquill.
The Twisted Samurai? Is that because he's a criminal?
Well, yes and no. You could say it also has to do with the effect his crime had on things.
How so?
His conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law.
What? And he, of all people, is going to stand in court tomorrow?
Never fear, I myself will be there to protect you.
That's reassuring, I guess.
Well, you kids knock yourselves out. Can't wait to see how you do tomorrow.
Wait, Detective Fulbright, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off.
Oh, no! I hadn't even noticed. Why am I barefoot?
You honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Wait a second. Those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they?
Yes, they are. My favorite pair, in fact. Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice.
Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole from a detective. Wow. Stealing shoes right off of someone's feet. That's pretty amazing. I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice. Well, looks like we've gotten all we can out of the detective, so let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is. Yeah, this guy seems like a prime, thief. Or could be a killer. He seems like somebody that would do anything for money. This is just awful! Terrible, I say! Somebody help! Oh, look, it's Mr... what was it again? Finch? No, the name's Filch. Phineas Filch. Keep on pilfering and you may wind up a jailbird instead. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch? Oh, it's just terrible, I tell you. Come quick. Okay. What's the deal with him all of a sudden? Oh no. Look, looks like some kind of mask. That's the wrestler's mask. It's the Amazing Nine-Tails mask. The Amazing Nine-Tails? Oh right, the wrestler who appeared during the festival's special event. What's his mask doing here? He'd never take off his mask like this. Someone must have killed him. What? Who would do such a thing? Let's go talk over there in private. Look. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. Okay. So what makes you believe that the Amazing Nine-Tails has been murdered? You really want to know, eh? You're a studious one, ain't ya? Yes, I mean, no, just tell me, please. Well, it's like this. I dreamed of becoming a wrestler myself. Hey, how about you join me in the quest for the champion's belt? What a team. Me and my bandit's mask and you and that demon mask of yours. Demon mask? Wonder if I could make it big. Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial. Huh? Oh, no, I wasn't actually... why did I let him pull me off topic like that? Come on, Apollo, ask him about the Amazing Nine-Tails' murder already. Okay. The Amazing Nine-Tails is our village's savior, and don't you forget it. His trademark's a gold cape made to look like nine foxtails. He whirls through the ring, smacking down Tenma Town wrestlers left and right. He sparked the monster craze, revitalizing Nine-Tailsville in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our village from becoming a ghost town. Now it's a yokai town. Huh. The Amazing Nine-Tails really does sound, well, amazing. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here. I'm proud to be from the same village as him. Come to think of it, you look kind of monster-like yourself, Mr. Filch. Guess it makes sense, since you're from the same village as the Amazing Nine-Tails. I know. A lot of people have told me I look like a yokai. Since when was that a compliment? Ow! Ouch! What's the big idea? Check your pocket. Hey, how'd you do that? Keep it. I got lots more. Got the Amazing Nine-Tails photo. So you keep saying that the Amazing Nine-Tails was killed. What's the story behind that? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up along the river outside? That's only part of it. The main reason is no one's seen him since the special event. The word around Nine-Tailsville is he was killed by Tenma. You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you? That we are. We love conspiracy theories, too. Like the mayor's diabolical plot. The mayor of Tenma Town? What is he plotting? Rumor has it, he's planning on releasing Tenma. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control. That's quite a tell. Ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor. Our hero, the Amazing Nine-Tails. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tenma Town and stop the municipal merger. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Apollo, we still have to ask him about the alderman's murder, remember? Alright, let's do it. Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us what you were doing at the time of the murder? I was in the caretaker's office, guarding the entrance like Mr. Kyubi said I would. And I made double sure no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work. He must be talking about this small room in the upper right. It definitely looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from there. And you have an alibi to back your statement up, Mr. Filch. Yeah, I do indeed. I was with Mayor Tenma's aide. Florent Labelle's his name. So the two of you were together. That's a pretty sound alibi, alright? Nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder? Kept watch here the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, that there security camera would have spotted them. So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So, do you think this mask is the real deal? Without a doubt, this here's the mask worn by the amazing Ninetales. What about that white hair I found inside the mask? Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask? Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. Then this place is this mask at the crime scene at some point. Which means... What does this mean? Someone with white hair who is linked with the murder and is against the merger? No way. Could the amazing Ninetales and the Alderman actually be... Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something since she works here. We reattach the fur. Alright, let's go talk to Jinxie. Is she here? Oh, look. There's Jinxie. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. A charm to make a better milkshake and another to cure my lactose intolerance. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey! It's me! Eek! It's the demon lawyer! Ah! Not another warding charm. Apollo? Who is she? Oh, right. This is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello. My name's Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you too. Where's Trucy? She went back to the office ahead of us. But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case. Wait, how do I know you didn't... That you didn't gobble her up alive? Relax, I didn't eat her up. And I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Trucy. I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself. She's quite an, interesting character, huh, Paolo? The incident. Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened? Not much, at least. Not yet. But you do think Tenma Taro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival? That yokai we saw at the festival? I don't know anything about that. Huh? But you said Tenma Taro murdered the alderman. It's okay, Jinxie. You can tell me. Yikes, what was that for? People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters. Huh? What's gotten into her? So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human. No, you're still a demon. Oh, I give up. Seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tenma Taro for some reason. But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in the Fox Chamber. Jinxie, about this charm. That's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenma Taro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? That's true, but If there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too. Alright. Then... Tenmataro did it. Why do you think Tenmataro's the killer? I saw him with my own eyes. Tenmataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison, and he ran right by me. What? Jinxie, tell us everything you saw. I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Tenmataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear, but there was no one around to help me. The foul beast raced right by me toward the foyer. Toward the foyer? Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle were supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Tenmataro, too. Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Tenmataro flying through the air. I wonder if it's the same Tenmataro Jinxie says she saw. Don't be ridiculous. Tenmataro is the killer, and he can fly too. Alright, the Amazing Ninetales. Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So, no one knows the Amazing Ninetales' true identity. Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask. Doesn't that make you want to know even more? Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular. Wait, you mean expose as in strip them naked? You even think like a... The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. For lucha libres. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's gotta be a story behind it. No one can stop the Amazing Ninetales. But she'd be shocked to find out he's really the Alderman. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime, anything else stand out? Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Can you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy, but I vaguely recall seeing Tenmataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Tenmataro usually carry a staff? Good question. I've never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll. How about in other documents? Any of them show Tenmataro with the staff? This is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needless depict the demon are forever cursed. Then what's the deal with the Tenmataro you saw, Jinxie? Alright. Jinxie's statement. Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to tell. Mr. LaBelle? Papa's aide. Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime. And what exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstitions in mind before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the time of the crime. Village superstitions. They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul. And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here. Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces?
Hey, you there, you mustn't stare at Tenmataro like that. Lower your eyes. He'll steal your soul if you're not careful.
Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? The guy at the special event thing said almost the exact same thing. Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Tenmataro? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Nine-Tails Vale. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Good question. I think we'd better go have a word with him. Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. The last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno! Next stop, the manor foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. Let's go. Kyubi Manor. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Tenma Pro Wrestling, Howlin' Wolf vs. Pretty Boy Vampire. Blow by blow commentary by Timothy Twilight. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Eek! It's, Oh, Mr. Filch. What can we do now for you? I bet she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. But what business do you got with my TV listings? Oh, no. Just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yep. 'Twas a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that. I seriously doubt that. Okay, got a listing for some reason. I almost forgot. There's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Tenmataro or something like that? Huh? Tenmataro? So you did see him. My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you shine it up every day, real purty, like the ladies must love it. Don't change the subject, and FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too, if you were here. Yipes! Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Oh, so now we have a name to the guy in the beginning of the scene. That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Yipes, forgive me for being pestered, sir. And you are? I am Florent LaBelle. Beautifine and personal aide to Mayor Damien Tenma. Beautifine. More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you. Ah, what the heck was that for? Oh, it was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Je suis LaBelle. Oh, what a heavenly scent. Ugh, I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that it's brand number 5, bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of Adieu so I can return the favor? Enough about the clone. Please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. Alright. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Tenmataro. Why that little? So she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LaBelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenmataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Well, you're real, and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking. So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Tenmataro? Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phoenix? That's right. I didn't see nothing. Especially not Tenmataro. As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you. I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. To think you'd suspect me of all people. Oh no. It's just a formality. How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight. Like that spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy. Answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were, in this here foyer. Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer. Just repeating what you told. Yeah, you said quite enough. What is with these two? Great. Now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Right. Well, thanks for your help. So, these two were in the foyer, but didn't see Tenmataro. Come along, Filchy. Where are we going? Alright, gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yikes! My eyes, yeah! You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. What does he mean, practice statements? Now, if would... excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. They're obviously guilty. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tenmataro. Really? How can you tell? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice. You mean you have good ears? Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice, and my ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones. For some reason. That's an interesting skill. But what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenmataro? I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenmataro. That's what I picked up from his voice anyway. Everywhere we turn, it's Tenmataro. This, Tenmataro, that. We should go talk to the mayor, too. Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tenmataro. Yeah, we do need to check that out. Detention center. Something wrong? Apollo, where did your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenmataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst... oh, he's here. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenmataro.
Oh, yes. I look forward to working with you too.
Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. Apollo, he's just as kind and gentle looking as I'd imagined.
Lucky for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Tenmataro free. What utter nonsense! Yikes. They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you.
A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? What he really needs to work on are his people skills. Alright, let's talk to him. Tenmataro's revival. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger, through, in order to release Tenmataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Sorry if I offended you.
So that's the talk around town, is it?
I can see how that would make you angry.
What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this?
Huh?
I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson.
No, wait. First, we have to get you a not guilty verdict.
Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you.
Relax. We'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free.
Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself.
Ooh, boy. They'd probably call in the SWAT team if he showed up at our school. Alright, I would ask about the reason behind the merger. It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Did you really want Ninetales Vale that badly?
Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism.
Oh. Wait. Am I feeling what I think I'm feeling?
Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary.
I knew it. My bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense, because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way! You can do that? Wait, so you believe me? Just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too. Her special sense of hearing. Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about? I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Touch the bracelet. This is pretty cool. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made, and when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear, just under his right eye. I just have to shift my viewpoint up and focus on that area. He's twitching on his eye. Alright, I've got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pour over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. And when it does, I'll perceive. Wait, I've seen something. Look it, see it? Confirm. His eye is twitching like a bastard. Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth.
The truth? I don't understand.
When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching.
What nonsense is this? So what if it did?
Please, tell us more about your merger bid.
What more is there to tell?
Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale?
I already told you. Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize.
You really don't trust us, do you?
What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but that would contradict this.
So, what could it be? I don't know. Is it the flower, maybe? He wanted to get... Okay. Would it be this, maybe? I don't know.
It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. Rah. So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Tenma Town with Ninetales Vale, huh? Why the merger? Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her? From what? I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger, or my Jinxie dies. What? How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know. But whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Alderman Kyubi was immensely popular, so you have to ask who would want him dead. The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Ah, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman Kyubi's secret identity, and his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it.
Okay. How do I use it, though? Can I just present it to him like that? I don't think I can just present it, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this, if you would.
That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this?
This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene, and there was some white hair inside.
White hair? You say...
There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day.
What are you saying?
You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex Kyubi, the amazing Ninetales himself. No way!
The alderman was... impossible.
Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the Amazing Nine Tails was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger, and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor, and maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it, if you get my drift.
This is absurd.
Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it suddenly vanished.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive.
Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned.
Apollo, do you really think the Tenma Taro that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is there is no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenma Taro to do their dirty work? Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenma Taro to release in the first place. Yes, but only suspects. The police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. I'd better, because I can't very well say if Flying Demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be one doozy of a trial.
Yes, indeed.
To be continued. Alright, in the next part we start the trial, I assume, of the monstrous turnabout. See you then.